It's the Cozmic Kiichain. Okay, so I'm actually crocheting today. What am I making? Something for me, myself, and I. Definitely started this in like spring. Put her away because I was like, let me start this and let me start this. Let me do this. Let me. And now I have a garment. I just was like, I need to get back to this. And then I did. Like, one thing you can count on me for is finishing what I started. And like, don't quote me on that in about a month when like the sleeve is still like this. No, just kidding. But today's the full moon. Okay, I don't need to get close because I have to remember that this is like audio as well. But today's the full moon. And if you know anything, you know that the moon is my girl. Since day one alert. Like I'm ringing the moon bell. Day one. Okay, anyway. The full moon is in Taurus today, which means the moon is in its sign of exaltation, which means she's happy. And where is she happy at for me? My 12th house. Right. And so the way that that's looked so far is just like, well, okay. Side note, the last time there was a Taurus full moon, I was surrounded by homies. So I was like, yeah, I'm about to be surrounded by the homies, like not expecting it. Like I don't know why I would ever expect any sort of spontaneity on like a Taurus full moon. Taurus is not, unless Taurus identifies as spontaneous and does spontaneous things, like unless Taurus is spontaneous, because then Taurus is gonna be constantly spontaneous, they're gonna do the same thing every single time. Taurus is fixed. Taurus is earth. Earth signs, you get a bad rap. Everyone's like, boring, yawn. First off, fuck you. You love Keke Palmer. You love her. And you want to literally get down and kiss her on her legs and feet. So don't ever say that you think earth signs are boring. Even if you find an earth sign boring, it's like, anyway. And y'all love Coco Jones. So don't ever in your life, and then they'll be like, it's the fire. And I can't even knock that. Cause earth stelliums are, y'all, I'm not gonna do you dirty. I'm just gonna say that like they're predictable. That's what I'm trying to get at, is that earth is predictable. Fixed signs are predictable. Even Aquarius. Oh my God, and they'd hate me for it, but like, sometimes I feel like Aquariuses are more rules than Virgos are rules, or like Capricorn is rules. Like Aquarius really carries that like Saturnian, like there's a method to this. They love methods. And like, tell me I'm fucking wrong. Literally fine. And if you're Aquarius and you tell me I'm wrong, I know I'm right. That's how I know I'm right. Aquariuses, I'm not listening to you, but everyone else, tell me if I'm right or wrong. That the one person you know with an Aquarius placement, something about like how to do things, the process, the rules, they fuck with it. Or they created their own and they're like, this is the only way that it can be done. They believe in right or wrong, especially when it comes to social rules. They are social rules. They'll create new ones, but then they're like, you gotta follow this. Like, this is what I follow because it makes sense. They care about stuff making sense. Because it's still air, but it's Saturn. And then that's where also the contrarian comes in, because I feel like every air sign is contrarian. But anyway, going back to earth signs. Fixed signs, yes. Fixed signs, they're predictable because they do the same, like, it's always going to be the same thing that it was 5 years ago. If you think they changed from who they were 5 years ago, it's because you caught them in the middle of the 5-year cycle. And I don't even think they change that often. Every 5 years for a fixed sign? No. Pretty much the person you met in first grade, day one of first grade, if you know them now and they're a fixed sign and you're like 20 something, 30, that's that same girl. That's that same girl. That's that same girl. So with the moon being in Taurus, like, I don't know why I was looking for spontaneity. And I'm not gonna say it can't come, but Taurus is slower moving because Earth is slower moving. Except for Virgo, but even Virgo is slower moving. It's just like, it's still Mercury, so there's a lot happening within that slowness that's getting done. And it's actually kind of fast, but it's slower in the sense that it's not going to immediately jump to something. And so, yeah. How has my day been? How has the full moon been for you? Answer that first. And then I'll say right now that my day has been, I mean, I started it with a nice breakfast. And then, and then I took a very good shower. And I was just like really in my like Taurus moon bat. Like I let that shower be long. Like I just let everything move as slowly and calmly as it wanted to move. I moved with my peace. I protected it. It was just nice. Like this was some good energy. Also, since it's a full moon, things become illuminated. Never fucking knock what is illuminated on a full moon. If you have any realizations, if you have any new thoughts, do not knock that. Listen up. Listen up. Listen up. Full moon alert. Ding, 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 ding. Like, that's the full moon being like, hey, by the way, this thing. And you don't have to give it all your power, but do not disregard it because that is like some very important things. So for me, la 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 la, I like learned. The thing about the moon is like she moves in cycles. So there's been some information that's been building itself for a long time. And I've just been listening, letting it flow through. Because like when you're spiritual and like you, for people who like channel or are able to like hear things or see things, like just receive information from the other side in general, or like the beyond, however you want to say it, there's like a muscle that you have to train when it comes to not immediately interacting with the information you're getting, but rather just letting it in and flow through. It's like you're almost constantly in a meditative state where you're just letting stuff flow how it's gonna flow. You're not trying to control it. You're not trying to interact with it. You're not trying to push it away, nothing like that. So there's been some information that's been like just passing, like, and with every full moon, there's been like a little addition to the information. Like, and here's another hint. And here's another. And here, come on. Until we're here at the Taurus full moon in my 12th house. Oh, it's something that I wasn't, because the 12th house is like, it's the unseen, it's the unknown, sometimes the unregarded. Prison. It's cycles that are very hard to get out of. It can be like, it's like the stuff you get enmeshed with and you don't even realize because you're surrendered. The 12th house is surrender. It's like almost victimhood in a big way. It's also about the subconscious, like your intuition, spiritual information, lots of things. It's hard to understand. It's very foggy. So like this information, I've just been like, oh yeah, yup, la 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 la, yep, I remember, like just, I don't know, I'm a Virgo, so I was just doing the Virgo thing of like, I already know, la la la, Capricorn moon, I already know, so why are you telling me, la 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 la, anyway, right. And so I was just like, nothing can surprise me. I already know, blah, blah, blah. I knew this thing, but it's shocking me. It's shocking me still. And yet I rise to the occasion and I'm here for you people. You don't know how good you have it. No, I'm just kidding. But like, that's what was happening that whole time. And it's like, I knew. Like, I haven't even started on this because there's a realization I'm having. Like, if I'm having the realization and it's a Taurus full moon, I'm going to move a little bit slowly with that. Even though I knew this information, in a way, because it was still like passively just like letting it flow over me and like, yup, okay, heard, yup, But then I'm like, wait, like, it's just like I woke up and I came to and I understood, because that's what a full moon will do. That's what the moon is. Moon world, if you have seen the other episodes, there's a day where I talk about cancers and that they're in moon world. And I said, moon world don't make no fucking sense, except as a very lunar person, yes, it does. And it's just, once you understand the moon, it's like, that don't make no fucking sense. Wait, yes, it does. It's like how your mom, like if you have a good mom, okay, bring it back, bring it grander. The stereotype of a mom is like, mom already knew before you knew. Mom saw it before you saw it. And a lot of people can say that about their moms. They knew, they saw it. When I came out, my mom said, oh, I was waiting for you to come out. I knew since you came out the womb and I saw that your hand, you tried to grab at me, but it was like this. Like, mom knew based on that like very little thing that could have been anything. But because she's connected to you, because she knows you, because the moon is connected to the water, the moon moves the tides. We are a very water heavy people, and some people get tired. Ugh. I already know, 70 something percent. Some people say 72. I've heard 85. Maybe it's like somewhere between that percent of water. We are 72 to 85% of water. So like the moon knows us. Water knows us. Water knows everything. Water has memory. Water knows everything. And so the moon connects with the tides. The moon is why the water moves how it moves on Earth. And so astrologically speaking, that's why the moon is your physical body and the waters within, your emotions. So the moon already knew. Whatever got illuminated, it's true because the moon already knew. You hear that rhyme? Yeah. Because she has bars day after day, and people don't even get how I have bars, you know? But the moon does. And so the moon illuminated something that I already knew, but it's still shocking me because I'm like, oh my gosh, like it literally made everything make sense. But the whole time I was like, moon world not making any sense. Moon world not really making any sense. Because if you think about, okay. I'm trying to figure out how to put this. Because the reason moon world don't make no sense is because she's connected to water world, which doesn't make any sense up here. You hear that? Thunk, 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 thunk. Don't make no sense up here. But it makes some sense. As in tactile, it makes some sense. You felt it from here. Oh my gosh, I'm happy. Oh, I'm sad. You felt it. It makes sense, as in you feel it, you sense it, because water is like intuition, but it don't make no sense like up here, you know? So that's why moon world don't make no sense. And then since the moon is connected to water in like a really big way, the moon can also add fogginess. Because the thing about the moon, let's just talk about her, because she's out tonight. The number one freak, the moon. She is out tonight. The freaks came out tonight. The thing about the moon, too, is that she's there during the day, and sometimes you can see her. In fact, whenever she's illuminated, you can see her. Anyway. The moon. Nah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, because the sun is very clear. The sun is light, brightest light. cannot escape that light when it's out. And it's very clear. You see things clearly when the sun is out. When the moon is out, even if it's super bright, everything is still dimly lit. So you're not quite seeing things very clearly under the moon's illumination until you're close to it. And that's also so lunar, because the moon likes closeness. The moon just want to hold you. Rock-a-bye, baby. That's what she's doing with the tides. Rocka, rocka, la 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 la. Or I guess maybe with the earth. It's like a mother's face looking down at you, but all the time. Because the moon does not stop looking. So I was like, yep, I already know. But I realized that I was putting that information in the wrong... like the wrong bucket. The wrong bucket. And now I'm like, oh my gosh. Wait, that's why it shocked me. Because I was like, well, it could be the wrong bucket. Like maybe I'm just putting this too much in this area. And so I opened it, and that's when I was hearing the little like, and so I was like, okay, yeah, just letting it pass through, letting the information pass. And now today's the full moon. She's like, okay, this is what I was saying. She's right up here close to me. And she's like, hey, can you hear me now? Okay, can you see what I'm doing? Okay, this is what I was trying to say. And now I know what that was. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what the hell? What is Venus in? I don't know if I think Venus is still in Libra too. So that's who's ruling it, which I was so worried, and I'm still... Okay. I have to say something, and I need to start with this, and I have something to say, because I want to talk about other current astrology as well. And this is like, I think, a good segue. Because Libra is messy. People want to say Libra has good PR. And I've already said this, and I'm going to say it until I literally am 6 feet under, or like 3 feet under, however, like as a bio urn. I literally am going to say this forever. Libra is messy. I don't care what you're saying, because they are who you think Gemini is, and they're who you, and I'm sorry if that hurt your ears, and they are who you think Scorpio is. Do you understand who is with you in the room right now? Because a Libra is everywhere. You think, if you've seen a Gemini, they have eyes everywhere, but it's because they're going everywhere. It's their eyes. The sun is happy in Gemini, therefore it's their eyes, their presence, their perception. Aquarius, it's like, you would think Aquarius has like some sort of surveillance system. Aquarius is Big Brother. It's scary how they can see everything. But they're up here. The reason they can see everything and they know everything is because if I'm down here, Aquarius is somehow up in the tree watching me with binoculars, but watching everyone. It's not really personal like that. So you think the third air sign, Libra, is exempt? Libra knows everything. Libra is in the details, just like Virgo and Scorpio, because Libra's right in between those two signs. Libra's in the details. Libra's an air sign, so they're talking. Libra gossips. Tell me you know one fucking Libra placement that doesn't gossip. And like everyone's like, Gemini's the gossip. Gemini. No. Yes, in the sense that Gemini will air out your shit. But Libra is like tactful. And that's why it's gossip. And it's like, okay, because let's broaden it again. Gossip has like adopted this very like internalized misogyny, or just like misogynistic lens. It has stigma now. It has a misogynistic stigma on it. And so let's broaden it, because Gemini is like benevolent gossip or like neutral. Same with Aquarius, but Aquarius has opinions about it. Gemini can have opinions, but they're more just like, they're data collectors. It's not really about their opinion, it's about how much information they're receiving for Gemini. For Aquarius, it's all of it. Libra, they are the ones who, if anyone's gonna gossip in like the fucked up, like misogynistic stigma way, it's Libra. It's Libra. Libra's using the gossip. They're using it. It's not just general, benevolent, like, let me talk about this. It can be. But if it's only Libra as the air sign, hate to break it to you. Hate to break it to you, but I don't think it's just general and like normal. I don't think so. And I just wish I could understand it. I mean, I wish I could explain it better. Because, I understand that I seem like a bad Libra shit talker. It's just because as someone who all my planets are answering to my Libra Venus, Libra, like everyone's like, Libra, yes, Libra, you Libra, yes, in my chart, I just feel like I can. Because I'm like, it's not really, I don't really see myself as this, but I do understand that like, Libra's taking notes the same way every other air sign is taking notes. And Libra is the one who will use that information. They're not just like, they're the one who will use it. How about I say it like that? How about I say it like that? And Libra has good PR. Because I actually really am talking about more Libra Sun, Libra Rising, maybe Libra Moon too. Like big 3 Libra. Because it makes a big difference. It actually really does make a big difference. A Libra Mercury might, but it's just not quite the same. And so Venus is in Libra, and then Mercury's in Sagittarius. Sag don't got no filter. And there's one more thing that's adding to the mess. I think it's the retrograde. I'm just almost 100% sure. My prediction for this astrological weather, especially once Mercury stations retrograde, is that shit's about to get a little bit messy. Drama. Because the moon just illuminated something, and it is big. And so the moon still moves in cycles. And with it being a full moon, it feels like some endings are happening. And that can be good or bad, but all I'm saying is that if it's giving drama, understand the drama's about to like the drama's about to get bigger. And I'm sorry. And I hope you're okay. Because Cause I just think it's gonna be messy. What I've said before is that Mercury in Sagittarius retrograding back into Scorpio is very much whatever secret you thought was hidden is about to come out. Whatever secret you thought you hid so well is about to come out. And so, and it gives that it's literally because a little bit of intuition with Scorpio, things are still in Scorpio, it's Scorpio season, and you think it's not gonna be drama, and you think it's not true, because Scorpio's gonna get to the truth of the matter. And whether or not they interact with that is up to them. Sometimes they just do it for fun. Because Scorpios are kind of like cats. Like in the same way that Leo is like a cat. And here's a hot take. Scorpio and Leo are the same fucking sign. I don't care if you think I'm wrong. I don't. Because that's the same girl. This is coming from someone who like every single time. I don't know. just the chokehold that Leo and Scorpio as like an archetype, a sign, has on me is evil. And the fact that it's always either one or the other, that's how I know it's the same sign. So don't even fucking talk to me about, I don't care what you have to say. You're wrong, I'm right. You're wrong, I'm right. Mercury's in Sag. And see, that's how Sag talks. They're gonna say it like that. They're blunt. They don't have filter. It's not really tactful. Because Mercury is in fall. It can be tactful. Because don't forget that Sag is the archer. It can be tactful. But they have to put a lot of focus and energy into that tact. They have to be planning in a way, and then also count a little bit on their luck, because something gonna come out. But they just have to bet their lucky stars that it won't mess anything up. And they do. And Sag do be betting the lucky stars. All willy-nilly. I love them. And I'm like, what? If you think the way, okay. Let me focus. Mercury's in Sag. Shit coming out. Because everyone feel free. Everyone feel happy. It's Scorpio season. We just had Halloween. La la la. That's why Thanksgiving is so messy. If you're in the US and you celebrate that holiday, or you don't celebrate but you go to the dinners. That's why there's always drama on fucking Thanksgiving dinner. Just came out of Scorpio season. Usually something's still in Scorpio. And then Sag. There's Sag and Scorpio. Messy, drama, shit coming out. The full moon just illuminated something. Do not disregard it. That's for someone fucking specific. Don't disregard it. I don't know who it's for, but it just feels the need. I have to say it like that. Do not just throw that shit away. I'm dead ass. I'm not kidding. The moon just illuminated something for you. Are you listening to me? I'm not kidding. Do not disregard it. So now everybody not disregarding it. Sag, Mercury's in Sag. So like, it's clear. Because Sag is a fire sign, so it's still clear. They're very clear-headed. If you think about Sag, they're very smart people. Usually, they're like, whatever area they really care about, they're like amazing in that area. Like, truly. It's like, what? Because you would think, and shout out to my girl Lauren Ash, who's an astrologer. I know her off of TikTok, but she also, I forget who she works with, but like she writes astrological articles, and like her TikToks are funny, and she be clocking the Capricorns every time. What she said was Sagittarius is like the evil wizard who like is hiding behind a surfer bro persona, where they're just like, yeah, like she said dumb jock, pretty much. They hide behind that. And I don't know if it's necessarily they're hiding. I think it's like both for them. Because they're the horse and the man arching. Arching that back with that horse cack. Okay, anyway. Sag. They're like, yeah, haha. And so like a lot of the time it like amazes people, and they like that. Because fire signs love to be cool. They're like, oh my God, yeah, people thought that was so cool. Oh, people think this is so cool. They care about that. They love it for themselves too. So Sag likes that, like, it impresses people that they are really good at the thing, and you would never guess. Like, yep, yep. Like, think about Lotto, the rapper Lotto. I bet she loves it that she's gorge and she got the body yaddi. And so everyone's like, oh, whoa, you're so fine. And if they've never heard her music, they hear her bars and they hear how like clean she is on the beat, and they hear like how good she is at that. And they're like, oh, like they're impressed. That's what Sag loves. Oh yeah, you just thought I was some like awesome to be around guy, but I'm also really a genius. And they can plot because they're after Scorpio. They can plot. They're the archers, so they have their eye on the target, and they do it. So Mercury and Sag is still clear, even though Mercury is in fall. like, or Mercury is in detriment in Sagittarius. Not fall, but just detriment. And that's because Sag just say it. Sag is very like direct one-to-one correlation. That's why they're good at learning, because it's just like it's one-to-one. Teacher tell me, okay, I understand. And then I do it. It's like just the process. It makes a lot of sense for them. But they also just be saying whatever. No filter. Not very tactful unless they absolutely need to be. And Swords, so sorry if things are a little bit different. But that's why, that's like part one of the drama. Mercury's in Sag. She's direct, but she's in her shadow period. So it's like everybody getting a little bit confused. But it's really like not that anyone getting confused, because Mercury retrograde, okay. Retrogrades equal the past, reflection, review, rethink. That's why a lot of people are like, do not go back to that ex during Mercury retrograde. It's like you can, but just understand the reason you're thinking about them may not be because you need to go back to them or because you want them. It may just be that you're reviewing the fact that you still feel something for them, or you're reviewing what that relationship did and how it affects you now. You're looking back. You're reflecting, you're reviewing. That's what retrogrades are about. Reflect, review in whatever area they're in. So Mercury is like, that's why people start popping up, because Mercury is about communication. Mercury is thought. Mercury is, Mercury. I'm Mercurying right now. Mercury is studying, things like that. So that's why people be popping up, because they're like, I just thought about this person. Let me go talk to them. Thought, talk, Mercury. So Mercury right now, she's like standing still because she's in her shadow period. Maybe she's moving a little bit, but she's about to start looking like she's going backwards in the sky. That's what a retrograde is. She's about to start, let's rewind. Mercury retrograde really is that. And so we're already starting a little bit to like look at past things. Like, there's this thing that like has kind of been bugging me, or it was bugging me at one point, but like I kind of let go of it. And now it's just like this little, and then the full moon right up in your face, like, hey, can you hear me now? Okay, this is what I was saying. Haba, haba, haba. And she just said like whatever it was that you were probably thinking about, and that's been being built upon since that time period, whatever it is. And so once Mercury fully stations retrograde in Sag, it's going to be like, hey, you remember that past thing? Hey, you remember this? Like just information about that, because it can't help but come out. So whatever the full moon just illuminated, what methinks, because Jupiter is in Cancer, so the moon makes a big difference. And the reason I just got excited about that, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So this Mercury that's spilling the beans about everything, she's spilling the lunar beans of Jupiter in Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So the moon cycles are very important for Mercury while it's in Sagittarius and Jupiter. Okay? So the full moon, so now listen, the full moon just told you something. Sagittarius Mercury is now about to, just in case you were doubting it, it's coming out of people's mouths. People talking about it. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oops, shit, why did I say that? Because Mars still in Scorpio. No, Mars is in Sag. So it's also, So there's even going to be fights about it. Ooh. Like in real time, I'm doing this. What? Okay. So Sagittarius. Hey, by the way, oops, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. And then now, when she, it's gonna just be building upon that information. Oh, that's why I felt that way back then. Oh, that's why I kept thinking about that. Fuck, that's why. For me, it's been really lovely. But perhaps, because anything can happen. It really is giving anything can happen. Y'all, I just cannot help but say that it's probably going to be messy. There's probably going to be drama. And as a Gemini placement, as a Libra placement, I'm like, oh, yee. Maybe I shouldn't be excited. Leo placement, because Leos like drama. They like it. And part of me is like, yay, it's drama. Everybody, ding, 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 ding. I'm the one who's like ringing the bell like, guys, it's drama time. But I'm actually a little bit nervous about what this drama is going to bring. Because then Mercury goes back into Scorpio. And so even if people somehow kept their big mouths shut about whatever inkling you got from this full moon, because the full moon just said, hey, can you remember? Hey, can you hear me now? Okay, this is what I've been trying to say. If Sag didn't deliver that message then in the physical as their duty to Jupiter, Cancer, Jupiter, then when Mercury retrogrades back into Scorpio, your gut is gonna tell you right before that shit gets drawn out of someone. It is genuinely inevitable that this shit come out. It's inevitable, especially if you were on the wrong side of shit. I would say mainly if you were on the wrong side of shit or you were doing some like tricky fucked up shit. Ooh. Because, you knew you shouldn't have been doing that. Ooh. I'm nervous. But, I don't know. I feel pretty okay. And that's what's making me feel like I shouldn't feel okay. I'm like, wait, it's Scorpio season. Because the sun, remember, the sun is what ushers the season. So when we say it's Scorpio season, that means the sun that's transiting is in the constellation, the part of the sky that's Scorpio. So Scorpio season, the sun is in Scorpio. The sun illuminates. The sun is clear. So not only will that communication turn more inward, secrets revealed, because Scorpio is secrets. Scorpio is like, this is the vibe of Scorpio season. But like, not as like fun and jovial as I just made it. It's more like, it's the freaks that came out at night. And it could be a good freak or a bad freak. And you don't really know because it's dark as fuck and only they can see through that shit. You understand? Everyone can sense it. But Scorpio is the one who can see for real. It's not just about the inklings. It's not Cancer where like it's dimly lit and so they can see it. And they can understand it because they have that bodily knowing too. It's not Pisces where they flowed with it and then, oh, yeah, oh. Or like they're remembering because like water has memory, so they just remember. Because Pisces is literally like all of like father time, like just everything. Pisces is everything. So whatever intuitive stuff they have, it's really because they're remembering in some fucked up way. I don't know, I'm a Virgo. I don't understand those people, but I kind of do a little bit. I remember that. Scorpios, like, I can see all of this because they're ruled by Mars and they're also ruled by Pluto modernly, or in the type of astrology that we modernly do in the quote unquote West, which is like so I'm gonna do the vocabulary things. The West is like very still colonial mindset and like views. So like, but that like modern astrology, how we understand it in this area of the world and in this culture that I'm a part of, Scorpio is also ruled by Pluto. And I will not ever knock that. Because if you understand Pluto, she's the destroyer. But it's to get to the root and the gut of the soul. And Scorpio protects the soul because she's ruled by Mars. Mars, fight, drive, get it. And so Scorpio, she can fight in the fucking pitch black darkness of night. She doesn't care if the moon does not have to be out here. She can still see and fight because her senses are off the charts. Right? And so that's the season we're in. And we get illumination in that area. Secrets coming out. Secrets coming out. And I don't know. I just have like such a weird feeling for so many reasons that I don't have to get into here. But so all I'm saying is that it's going to be messy, and this was the first little knock. And then Mercury and Sag is also a bigger knock on that drama. And so all I'm saying is that if certain information is being repeated to you in moon world, aka your gut, your intuition, this like thought that like won't stop pestering you, but like it's not something where you're like, oh, like you're not, it's something where you're not super interacting with it, but it is affecting you. Whatever this little thing is, the knock getting louder and the door about to get opened. Hey, because it's Sag. Hey, everybody, I'm here. Sag is a fire sign. Fire signs are pretty loud. They don't have to be, because I can just always hear like, I'm a Leo and I'm not loud. I'm a Sag and I'm pretty chill. I'm in it. That's not what I'm saying. There's probably something else that's very loud about you or your life. But for the most part, fire is loud. They're the ones who can get the loudest in the room at any given time. Even if you're quiet, you can get the loudest. So, hey, everybody. She burst through the door. I'm here. And that's when shit's about to get extra, dextra, megstra. Messy as fuck is what I'm trying to say. And so I'm trying to find the good part about this. It's going to be hard, but it will be something that's healing, because a lot is answering to the moon right now. And the moon is ultimately trying to feed into the body, trying to help the body. Depends on your relationship with the moon. But like the moon's nature is to nourish the body, heal the body, because that's what the moon does. She heals. She makes you feel. She makes you feel to heal. She mommy. She rockabye babying the tides. And so ultimately it is supposed to be good for you. And it's supposed to help whatever trajectory you're trying to go in. Because Pisces, Saturn is in Pisces and the North Node is in Pisces right now. And if you remember what I was talking about when it comes to focus and faith and the nature of Pisces and Saturn and Pisces, it's like Pisces is trying to make it easy for you. And Saturn is trying to help you build. Like this is more building Saturn than tearing Saturn. Sometimes Saturn's getting out, like when Saturn retrogrades, sometimes it's trying to get out those like little bits that like need to get out the way so that you can build. But if you've already gotten rid of those things, then this is building time. So Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Cancer, which means Jupiter is answering to the moon. So this is really like, ultimately, any of the drama, any endings that come from the drama, from the big, like, whoa, like shit got out of hand, it's ultimately supposed to be good for you and build in the right direction. So I would say things are going to get lighter. Things are going to feel more, they're going to empower you. The thing about being empowered with Pluto energy is that it tends to go from like, it tends to be very polar. I've always said, because I've heard so often, that Pluto is polarizing. And so it's like one side and the other. Pluto is very black and white. This is energy, this is not. This is feeding you, this is not. This is good to be a part of the building, this is not. Pluto is control, Pluto is power, Pluto is obsession, Pluto is destruction, Pluto is energy, Pluto is raw. So, I don't know why I'm gulping so much, but I hope it's not all in your ear like that. So building power and becoming empowered with Pluto energy, because Scorpio season, Scorpio co-ruled by Pluto, it tends to be that you were on one end of things and now you're on the other end of things. So people with Pluto in the second house, for example, a lot of the time you'll hear they started super poor, like super poor, maybe even living on the streets. And now they're super rich. And sometimes it can oscillate between those two things throughout their life. I was super poor and then I became super rich, and then I was bankrupt and I was pretty poor again. But now I'm back, you know? And sometimes it's just the switch getting flipped to the other side. So there's also a lot of stories where it's like, I lived my life so rich, and then I had a fall from grace and I was dirt poor on the streets, homeless, houseless, without shelter. And so building power with Pluto, it can be hard because if you don't immediately feel empowered by the loss that you just went through, the drama you just had, the power is coming. That's pretty much what that means when it comes to Pluto energy. The power is coming, but something had to be ripped off first. Pluto is very vulnerable in a lot of ways because of how raw Pluto is. Pluto is like the outcast. Pluto's been reprimanded. Let me preach for Pluto, because any Pluto heavy person knows I'm a Pluto heavy person. I know. It's like, ooh, that just made me realize something. And so when you go from one, if you're the one who got beated on by Pluto at first, and then you built your power, and now you're powerful in that area, don't let it get to your fucking head. Because if you're Pluto-y and you have Saturn as a big stepper in your chart, Saturn's gonna be like, oh, you forgot what that felt like when you were on the other side? Get back in there. Like, straight up, if you abuse your power, Saturn gonna beat your ass. Because why did I just give you this and then you did that with it? You didn't learn? Sometimes it's fucked up how Saturn and Pluto do stuff, because they're malefics. They're malefics. They're only concerned about, did it work? Yes or no? They don't care if it hurts. They don't care. So if Saturn and Pluto are working together, they put you, it doesn't have to be like this, but this is how I'm going to say it just so you understand the nature of these planets. They put you in these situations where you were getting beaten, so that once you actually have the power, you remember what it felt like to be on the other side of that power and abused by that power. Because Pluto is also abuse. Pluto can be killers. It can be dictators. Pluto isn't necessarily good. Scorpio isn't necessarily good. So, sometimes, if you are now on the other side of that power, and then you start doing the shit that was beating you when you were not powerful in that area, if Saturn's in the mix and Pluto's in the mix, they're going to push your ass right back to the other side. Oh, you forgot the lesson. And so, if after all this shedding and like getting rid of stuff, that the full moon then going into a waning moon, so the full moon is full, and then like when it becomes more and more like this shape, and then it's like a toenail in the sky, into the new moon where you don't see the moon in the sky. That's the shedding. That's her period. She's having her period. She's shedding the uterus. Whatever shedding comes from all the drama, because it does give loss. It's necessary loss. And if you don't feel empowered after that, immediately, the power building, and if you don't feel empowered after that, it's probably hurting really bad, is what I'm trying to say. And so, like, go find some homies, please. Go party, but make sure you have homies who are gonna, like, rockabye you. Because if you go out and party on your feelings and nobody watching you, you're probably gonna hurt yourself. So just make sure you have someone who care about you, who's gonna be like, hey, I think that's enough. Like, let's go over here, let's talk. Let's now talk about it. You can lament, because still lots of lunar energy. We're in a water season. That's that kind of thing. That's where bonds come in, because Venus is going into Scorpio very soon. Venus doesn't like being in Scorpio, but Scorpio, Venus is very much like obsessed. The closest bond. That's the girl who somehow figured out how to live under your skin for real. That's Venus and Scorpio, the one who lives under your skin and in your skin and your skin buddies, Skinmates. Venus and Scorpio is Skinmates. We're Skinmates. So yeah, find your homie, someone who you trust, someone who's gonna hold you accountable if you gotta purge in a certain way, because it's probably gonna look really messy and fucked up too. Okay? And if you're coming out of this loss, this shedding, even though it's gonna be probably really fucking like, it's gonna hurt. And even if it doesn't hurt, it's just very chaotic. It's very big. It's definitely giving tower. If that happens and you're like, oh, thank God, I feel so much better. That's the empowerment that's meant to come. No matter what, empowerment is meant to come from all this drama and la 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 la. So, yeah, that said, I think this is the end of this episode. Episode 23, episode 23, and what does that mean? We're getting very close to episode 25. And what does that mean? Nixie is going to have some very special treats for all of the Cosmic Kiichain children who come and watch however, it's supposed to be every week. At one point, it was like almost every day, and then it was like once every few months. I want it to be once a week. So hopefully I do this once a week now. Hopefully I can get into the once a week bag. And so once 25 come, there's going to be some little treats. So, yay! I was trying to since I'm standing, I'm trying to show you I'm popping my foot. You can't see it, but I'm like, ee! If you like that, go ahead and like it physically. Tick, it's one. All you gotta do is like it. I can't see who likes the videos, if that makes you feel any better. Go ahead and comment if you have something to say, because I would love to know. And then if you want to see more of this, go ahead and subscribe, straight up. Straight up, if you want to see it, you can make that happen for yourself. Dreams do come true. Subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.